was gonna set this up on the tripod and use the gimbal, but I set that down somewhere and can't find it, and the sun is like right there, like blaring into my eyes, so it's kind of hard to do this. I've got those little metal covers for the window here. They go over top of it. A lot of people do it just because they're aesthetically more pleasing to look at than the black window on its own, or this the little corner window. But I have these covers right here for the window. However, I am not a big fan of just the lack of color on the backing. And then when you open the door and look at it from the inside through the window, you're going to see that the 3M on the back of it. So when I put this up on the window, don't know how good you guys can see that on camera, but you can see the 3M through the window tint and see the backing of it. I'm not a big fan of that. So what we're gonna do is I've got some vinyl here, just some Cricut vinyl, and I got it about as close as I can get to that copper color for the method wheels, and on camera that is a huge difference. In person it doesn't look like it's that big of a difference. So what we're gonna do, first we're gonna clean the window, then we'll apply this vinyl inside of the overlay or inside of that window panel, and then stick the metal cover over top of this. And like I said, the only reason why I'm doing this and covering this up with that panel is this window is very small and actually kind of useless on a lot of driving, because I have the blind spot sensors anyway in the tail light. So I got the blind spot sensor right there, and the little arrow pops up in the mirror here. I am just going to cover that window and put the grate over top of it. Little trick I use for cleaning windows, I use this Chemical Guys cleaner for almost everything. I just like their stuff. I'm not affiliated with them, I just really like their stuff. So I'll spray that on the window, and then I just use newspaper. Ball it up, and we'll spray some cleaner on it. I don't know how well that shows up for you guys on camera, but big difference between there and there. Also kind of helps too if you wash your car before you do vinyl work. I'm just too lazy. All right, so now the window's clean. Next thing I do is I use that same cleaner, and I'm gonna spray it across the whole window. And then I will take the vinyl, peel the backing off of it, and stick it on the window with the soapy solution still on there. Then use the squeegee and squeegee all the water out from around the window on the edges. Then once I get it tucked tight in all the corners, I'll take the knife and I will cut down the seam on all the windows right there, or all the way around the window, just to get a perfect fit to it. Like I said, I don't have the gimbal or the stand right now, so I can't set you guys up and like over my shoulder to see what's going on. So I'll just kind of do this in phases, and as I progress through the steps, I'll just kind of take pictures of little short clips through there. All right, so the vinyl's on the window, and the reason why I put that solution in there is, as you can see, it still kind of allows me to play with the vinyl and move it to make sure I get it kind of exactly where I want it without messing up the adhesive on the back of it. So we'll just play with this and get it in place, and then we'll start squeegeeing it, and I'll show you guys just before I cut it. All right, so we got the general outline kind of shaped out. I use the felt side to do kind of the infield, and then I'll switch over to the hard plastic side when I get to the edges. It kind of gives me a little bit of a crease here to follow, so when I run the knife through here, I'll be cutting tight inside that crease, kind of using this as a little bit of a guide. As I move up, it leaves that fresh crease line right there, and I just cut inside that fresh crease, and I'll do that all the way around. All right, so I got the vinyl on and I got it cut out around the edges. So ideally you want to do this where the sun's kind of not glaring into the window and back in your face, because it makes it kind of hard to do that, cut that corner. Probably be easier on the other side. So like I said, I got that one done. I'm just going to go through and finish squeegeeing the water out tight around the edges, and then we'll stick the cover over the window. Right, so that is what the finished product looks like. Like I said, I liked kind of doing this backing to it because it makes the design and the flag kind of stand out a little bit more. And if I can get back here a little bit, it kind of ties the two pieces together, the wheels to the upper half of it here, because I don't have anything kind of that bronze copper color up top here yet. So this is just one of the things that kind of tie it together. So I'll go ahead and knock out the other side off camera, and then I will show you guys the other side when I'm done. Well, it's got to replace that right there. That's one of the exhaust hangers. And we've got another one right there that's got to get replaced while not aggravating those guys for the time being. So just a little food for thought. Rubber hangers are typically kind of hard to get off. Spray it with some sort of oil. Do yourself a cheap little hanger to replace it. The little rubber ones from parts store work great. But the right tool makes it so much easier. These little hanger remover tools, it just kind of line it up, back side of the grommet, front side of the hanger, and squeeze, and it pushes the hanger through the grommet, and it kind of pulls them together. Let's see if I can do this one-handed really quick just to show you. Fork goes on the back side, if it'll focus, there we go. Handle goes on the little front of the hanger there, and you just take it off. So much easier than the old way of doing it with like a screwdriver and a pry bar, and just being a pain.